And then me, I said, man, have you ever, heard of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? And then I start, hey, take this lecture. It's a lecture called The Divine Value of the Black Woman.
Most powerful, one of the most powerful of his lectures, man.
And, I give it to him.
Yeah.
And because they've been robbed of knowledge. If you take knowledge from an individual, you can control that person. You can turn that person into whatever you want them to be.
Because they have no knowledge.
Because they don't have no knowledge of themselves.
Right.
They don't know that she didn't know. They don't know they're the mother of civilization.
Right.
They don't know their womb is so sacred. That's God's machine of how he produces people. So when they don't have, and then a lot of them sisters, 9 times out of 10, they don't read, they don't study, they don't do none of that stuff. They're reflecting what they watch. So on TV, you see these women acting other than themselves.
Yeah.
And they see the money.
Yeah.
See, we've been put in the condition that we're going to get money by any means necessary.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the first law is self-preservation. So I got to feed my family. I got to feed myself. And then on top of that, they want a certain lifestyle. So I'm going to do whatever it takes, even if it's selling my own soul, I'm going to make it happen. But at the end of the day, they find out that when you materialistic things, it doesn't give you happiness.
Right.
A lot of them sisters are very unhappy.
They are.
They present themselves as, everything is going well. They got everything. They driving in fancy cars, a purse full of money, but they not happy.
Right.
Because they not connected to the source that creates happiness.
Right. And then the prophet Jesus said, why gain the whole wide world if you just gonna lose your soul? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So man, it's just at the end of the day, it's a lack of knowledge on all spectrums, bro. When you have a knowledge of self, you have a knowledge of God. And then not only when you have a knowledge of self, you have a knowledge of God, you gain a hunger to study.
Yeah.
Because what they tell about our people, if you want to hide something from black people, what?
Put it in the book, because we ain't going to read it.
Right. So
Yeah.
the truth can be in front of our face, and we don't like to read.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we give them the hunger to want to learn how to read, and when they start falling in love with themselves, then you have to bring them out of that environment, because you are what you hang around. So when you take a sister like that out of that environment and put her around sisters who have a knowledge of self, who have a knowledge of God, who know what it is to be a black woman in America, but still striving to be upright in a society that's contradicting to God's way of life.
I agree. Yeah.
So you put her around sisters and you surround her with sisters like that, and next thing you know, she started covering up a little bit more. Next thing you know, she started using that B word a little less. Next thing you know, she also she starts, doing things that's gonna create a certain motivation to go and do something positive with herself. And then another thing that hurts our community is what we put in our mouths. Our eating habits, our diets. Like they say, you are what you eat.
I agree.
So if you seeing a people who has a lack of knowledge, and you seeing a people who is really who has I would call it is malnourished.
Yeah, malnourished. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they eating honey buns, drinking soda, chicken wings, pizza. When you say vegetables, our people turn their head. Ugh, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Or if they do eat vegetables, it's out the can.
Yeah.
How many of our sisters in our generation know how to cook from scratch like Big Mama used to?
Nah, not many.
Because they trying to live a certain type of lifestyle, so I don't got time to learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't got time for that. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Everything's fast. Our generation has a microwave mentality. They want everything fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. We have a lack of patience. So when you and then when you put that type of sister, and that's why I was going with that. When you put that type of individual, and you surrounded with people that's not only putting something spiritual, but putting a physical food in their body as well. The stomach and the mind, it works together as one. So if you fixing on one and the other one is not being touched, it's gonna create an imbalance. So you have to fix both, and then you would see an individual, a new individual being born. You know what I mean?
Come on. Yeah.
So yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
That's some deep knowledge. Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with, but this is going on also in our community. The rise of the Kemetic teachings. I don't know if you heard of the Kemetic teachings.
No, tell me about it.
And so pretty much it's the ancient spiritual system that stems from ancient Kemet. So we got, I don't know, are you familiar with Brother Polite?
Yeah, I heard of him.
So Dr. Ray Hagen.
Yeah.
Smart people though. I listen to them because they smart and you know they talking some real stuff.
Right.
So pretty much we got this dynamic. Pretty much in that belief, they don't believe none of the people in the Bible, Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, none of them, the Quran, all that. There's no historical or archaeological evidence that proves that none of them exist. So they say all of these religions are made up. You can't find a grave or nobody. You know, and so just like, what is your response to that, man? Like, that's a rise in belief in the community.
Well, my first thing I would ask, if none of those men existed or was created, then you as a man trying to teach a knowledge, what makes yours so true? And where is your knowledge coming from? Because it's not coming from strictly from your head. You're getting it from somewhere.
Right.
And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that when it comes to religion, he says that if your religion is not lined up with the ways of the universe, you don't have a religion.
Man, say that again. That was powerful. Say that again. That really hit me. That hit me in the spirit, man. That really hit me. Say that again.
Hey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that if your religion doesn't line up with the laws of the universe, you have no religion. And religion, when you break down religion is something you do religiously every day. It's religiously. So what I mean by that is your religion supposed to be a way of life. And then when he talk about lining up with the universe, so when you study the sky, you study the birds, the trees, the grass, the ants, water, rocks, animals, everything in this element is at peace. So what you doing every day, if it doesn't bring you peace, you don't have a religion.
So pretty much, like you said, it's not about what religion you believe in. If it ain't lining up with nothing, no universal principle, no universal law, what do you really have?
Exactly. And, people think, well, religion is something to restrain you or to keep you from having fun. No. Everything in the law of the universe is within the law. Like, if you see the planets that's orbiting, right? And they all traveling at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour, right? And they're rotating at that speed. If one of them decided to, you know what? I'm gonna go an inch to the left today because I don't feel like following order. This world would be destroyed, right? So like my brother Talib said, so when you got a functioning arm, right? So within the law of how your arm is moving, you can move it up, down, you can squeeze your hand. But as soon as you try to go against the law, right? Pain gonna tell you, brother, no sir, don't go that way.
Yeah.
Because it's going against the law of which it was made. to do in the motion that it was created.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing when it comes to living and submitting your will to do God's will. It ain't to restrict you from being human. It's actually to save you and to make you a better individual. You know what I'm saying? And it, to protect you from things that's other than God.
Right, because I kind of look at it as a way of awakening the God that is within you, returning you back to your original nature.
Absolutely.
Because I don't believe sin is the nature of the human being. You know, they teach us that we're born into sin and shaped into iniquity. I don't believe that. Yeah, I believe the nature of the human being is upright and it is whole. It is at peace with itself. It's in harmony within itself. But we have been made, I believe sin is a learned behavior. We have learned these behaviors, and these behaviors have taken us out of harmony with ourselves. It's taken us out of balance with ourselves, and that's sin. Being unbalanced within. That's just kind of like my definition in it.
That's beautiful. And then you're right and exact, brother. That's exactly what it is. And to going a little deeper into what you're saying.
Yeah.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, when you read Message to the Black Man, you can go get Message to the Black Man on finalcall.com/store, and you can order the book. And he said that, just think about it. So the people that took you from your land, right, and they brought you to America, and what did they bring us to America for?
Right.
It wasn't to be their brother.
Right.
What? It was to make us a slave.
Right.
So when you got people, you got two different energies, two different people. You're always going to have a superior and you're always going to have an inferior.
Definitely.
Right?
Right.
So if I want to make you inferior and tell you I'm superior, why would I tell you the truth about yourself? Right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take your way of life. I'm gonna take your culture. I'm gonna take your religion. I'm gonna take your God. I'm gonna take the food you ate. And I'm gonna take all that out your head. See, the one